Dogecoin, which started as a complete
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome. I didn't want to be on doing this, but I thought it was time to come on. Was enjoying, July 4th activities earlier and watching the crypto markets tank, and then got home and saw this go down a little more, and then my limit order just hit at 995 for Dogecoin. I didn't think I'd be buying sub 10-cent Dogecoin, but here we are. And I just posted that on X here, my 0995 Dogecoin purchase. Because I set these limit orders and it's like, probably not going to hit, right? Well, here we are. So what's going on in the market? Fear, a lot of fear. That is the word of the evening, is fear. There's fear selling, and there's fear not buying. So we don't see this big V shape, particularly Bitcoin here. Was expecting that, once it dropped here to 55,000, I thought it would just shoot right back up and we'd have this V shape because people would be buying all this up. But that's not happening. There's fear. So Doge, 9 cent, 9.4. I think the low here was 9.2 on Binance here, 9.2. But that's still pretty scary. Scary for a lot of you, I know. And I was like, I would rather my limit order didn't get filled and we were back up over 10 cents and heading back up. But that's not where we are right now. So let's talk about it. I mean, overall, my Dogecoin average is still mid sixes, something like that. Overall, I'm still up. But I was buying Dogecoin over the past couple months with some extra money that was up higher, and I'm down on that Doge. But overall, I'm up. On some of my other altcoins, I'm still up some, but there are some that I'm now under, which I never thought I would be under on again. Alts are just getting pummeled tonight. But anyway, here we are. I thought we would we'd get together and commiserate together, talk about what's going on and what's our plan going forward. Because I mean, it's one to sort of watch like the Titanic go down, right? But what can you do about it, right? How can you stay afloat? How can you stay alive? Because there is fear. There's a lot of fear. Now, if you bought during the bear market and you're still up overall, good for you. Overall, I'm still up as well. I'm not selling. I mean, you sell now, it's like you're selling when prices are low in the middle of the bull in a 4-year cycle. So we were talking, if you saw my video this morning, this is a retrace, and a retrace of 20-25%. It's now a little more than that, but these are expected and they happen in bull markets, these pullbacks, these big pullbacks, and we've got a big one tonight. So is this real life? Rocky says, yeah. It looks like we all got bull trapped. Big bull trap from, I mean, but that's from March. I mean, the end of March when Doge was up over 20 cents. And so we had, you know, a drop in April, drop in May, drop in June. And now here we are in July, still dropping. So that's not great. But yeah, it's happening across crypto though. And for those who are just pounding on Dogecoin, it's like, guys, you see what's going on? I mean, there are some getting pounded even more than Dogecoin here. Dogecoin's down 9%. Sheep is down 10%. We've got Matic. Matic's down to 44 cents, guys. We were buying at $1.07, down 44 cents. Render down 10%. Link down 9%. Aptos down 10%. Graph down 10%. Arbitrum down 13%. Optimism down 11%. Rose down 10%. Jasmy just dropped below 2 cents, and it's now fighting its way back up above 2 cents. Cadena down 10%. Pepe down 10%. Gala down 12%. Okay, we got the picture, right? It's all bad. We look at crypto bubbles and we're like red across the board, right? Red across the board. Those numbers I just gave you were just from 8 o'clock till 11:30, the past 3.5 hours. You look at the 24-hour and Pepe's down 18%. Bonk is down 16%. Sui down 19%. Gala down 20%. So it's like a 20% drop for alts across the board pretty much. Yeah, here's Doge, 18, right? Right there. So yeah, there's a lot of alts that have fallen more than Dogecoin. So let's just not bash Dogecoin alone. It's happening across the crypto market. In the fear index, yeah, low roller. And I had posted on fear index here 8 hours ago, and it was at 44 in fear. Now it's already down to 39. And I was like, last month greed, now fear. Are you afraid? Are you getting shaken out? And that was before tonight's drop. So yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Rocky. Glad to be on. You're down 50% now on that Doge. Yeah. If you bought at 20 cents, yeah, it will not go under 9. Well, there's no guarantees there. Collateral. We still have, but you got more. So you're buying on the dip. That's what I just did. Mine was a limit order that was set. So that limit order filled. Hey, Fred. Hey, Mike. Vince says it's a discount. Well, certainly a discount from if you were buying from March, right? March, April, May, June for 4 months, you're now getting Doge cheaper. It's not down to where it was in February yet when we had 8-cent Dogecoin. Wish I had money to get more Doge. I'm tapped out. Yeah, and what I bought wasn't a lot because I'm pretty much tapped out. This is all I had left on Robinhood. 2,500 Doge at $248. 2,500 Doge at 0.995. That's what filled for me. So it was sub 10-cent Doge. That was my limit order I'd set. And there it is. Filled. And now it's a little lower. You're happy with the crash, Mike. Means I can now buy more instead of selling and then waiting to buy back in. Yeah, and that's always a tricky game, right? If you're going to sell and then maybe buy back lower, you don't know if it's going to go lower. This could just turn right around and go back up over 10 cents right at this point. We could see that happening. This is Asian market, right? So it's 10, 11 o'clock in the morning in Asia. So with this dump, but maybe they wanted to dump it. And we also have liquidations going on. Yes, big liquidations, almost $200 million in Bitcoin, $125 million in ETH, and even Dogecoin, over $10 million in Dogecoin leveraged longs liquidated. XRP, a bunch just liquidated. I mean, look at all these, just liquidations just continuing to happen. Not pretty. Not pretty. If we look on the liquidation chart here, it's like, look at these just huge liquidations earlier today and then tonight. Price keeps dropping and more long liquidations just getting wiped out. So that continues. Ouch, Mars says, trying to enjoy your vacation. Edmund, you're still holding? Yeah. Yeah, Rocky, you may have said it would be under 10 cents. And I was just like, it's got to be. We were still up at 11 and a half. And I was like, 11 and a half is my support. Spell tokens. I don't even know where spell token is right now. Spell. 00052. Where did I have my spell? 00055. So there's my line right there. I never put my buy line on here. 00055 is my line right there. That's my buy line. So yep, now I'm under. I thought that was a good price. Wow. Not pretty. So yeah, low roller. I'm officially down. Meanwhile, Derek reminded Tesla stock is doing pretty well. The old stock market, right? Who knew that the stock market was going to be the place to be this summer? Happy 4th to you too, Jaden. You're down over 40%. Sorry, KB. Jones just bought some at 10 cents thinking it wouldn't hit 9. Mike wants it to go to 8 cents. So you can keep buying. I just want it to go back up right now. The fear is out there. Too much fear. But holding strong, not leaving, keep DCAing. Happy 4th, Johnny. Fear is real. Yeah, it's out there. You're welcome, Mars. Thought I would come on because I know there's a lot of fear out there, people wondering what's going on. So, I mean, this is, again, it's a Bitcoin-led drop here. Wiping out more leveraged longs, fear in the market. People are selling, thinking it's going to drop a lot lower. That's normal behavior. The unknown of Mt. Gox, the unknown of what's Germany doing, selling all of that Bitcoin now. The miners aren't really profitable, so miners are selling. But when Bitcoin is down just over the past few hours, down 2.5%, but Dogecoin is down 10%. It's like the alts are getting hit hard. So Bitcoin dominance then is coming up. Here's the Bitcoin dominance chart. So if you're betting Bitcoin dominance, right? Jasmine's just saying, nope, I'm not going to stay below 2 cents. I'm going to get back above. So Jasmine's holding. You lost $38,000 today. I'm done. John, did you sell? Then you lost. Just if you sell. Most of us are still holding, and we're looking at, like, on paper being down, but still looking at the overall picture, what the overall picture is. For Dogecoin, I mean, take a look. We zoom out to the daily. We zoom out, and we're like, I mean, this is where we were January, February. Dogecoin was trading between 7 and 8 cents over here. We are not down to that level yet. We are starting to skim the upward area where we were back in December of 2023. So we are starting to get that. And that was one we did talk about last live stream. We said, well, what if it breaks below 11.5? What would happen? And I said, well, right here at about 10.3, 10.2 cents is where Dogecoin last traded December of 2023. And so I could see if we break that support at 11.5, Dogecoin could drop down to 10.2 cents because there's a gap there that Dogecoin had not revisited since the run up here, the end of February. So we talked about that last live stream, was that exact thing. And here we are. And not only has it gone past 10.2, but now we're sub 10 cent. Fear in the market. So we did talk about this. Now, I didn't say this was absolutely going to happen because you don't know, but now if Dogecoin comes all the way back down here to like 8 cents and 7 cents, back where it was in February, now we're in a serious position, but we're not there yet. All alts are bleeding. I don't know, Christoph. How low? I mean, is that the big dip right there? Doge hitting 9.1, about 9.18, it looks like on Binance. And then we see this V shape come back up and Bitcoin doing the same thing. Alts may spring up more at a higher rate because they just got beat down so bad that we could see alts recover at a faster rate. That's the one thing we have going for us with alts, is that. Can't afford to sell. Not interested. And I'm not selling. I know, Jonesy, you've been saying Doge going lower. Yeah, if you bought back in December 2020, I mean, you're still in good shape. It hurts to see. I mean, when you get Dogecoin over 20 cents, and then now it here is below 10 cents, that's a big drop. Robinhood won't let me buy more Doge. Can't deposit more until the 8th. Oh. It's strange how Robinhood works, right? I guess if you transfer a bunch of money on there, they give you immediate buying power, but then anything over that amount, let's say it's $1,000, you can trade $1,000, but if you've put like 10,000 in, you can't trade that other 9,000 until your funds settle. So you have to wait until the whole bank procedure finishes. That's how Robinhood works. Happy 4th, Ely. I wish it was happier. I'd rather be on live watching a bunch of green candles, right, and be celebrating like a big run up. And instead, we got the dump instead. Everyone got it wrong in late March. Hard to trust anyone's speculations. Well, I mean, you remember, Ron, I was talking about after the halving, most likely end of April into May, we would see lower prices. After the Bitcoin halving, I knew the miners were going to be capitulating, and I knew that there would be selling. So I did call that. Not anything to these levels, obviously, but I did call that after, well, that was during March, and during that run, I was like, guys, watch what happens after the halving. So I was talking about that, if you guys remember. Yeah, don't jump out a window. Well, Doge down 18%, but we're not leading. We just looked at the crypto bubbles. Doge 17.8, but Pepe is at 18.9. Oh, Optimism is at 20. Sui is at 20. Notcoin is at 23. That might be the highest. Oh, here's Brett, 23.9. I think Brett is winning right now. That's the highest I see here in the top 100 is Brett at 23.9. So no, Dogecoin is not winning. And that's not a race you want to win. Brett. What is the reason? Well, sometimes crypto dumps don't need to have a reason. Typically, it's not any one thing, but it's a number of things that have piled up. All of the FUD hanging over Bitcoin is a big part of it. But then a lot of it is the leverage trades too, and just wiping out leverage traders. The market makers will drive the price lower. Those shorting are making money right now. And I was saying the other day, I mean, it'd be nice for it to like go on a big run up and start to squeeze out some of those big short positions. But instead, they keep dropping it lower and taking out the leveraged longs because there's millions of dollars in leverage longs. You bought 20,000 more Doge. I didn't have that much available cash. I got 2,500 Doge. It's something. People are getting shaken out, yes. Don't be afraid. You can either, according to Edmund, A, hold, or B, average down, buy some more. I mean, you could sell. That would be C, right? Is you just sell. That's fear. And there's a lot of fear. I get that. Is Dogecoin going to go lower than 9.5 cents? I didn't think it would be 9.5 cents. After the big March run up, I didn't think we'd be seeing this price. Some of you did. I know some of you bears out there called even lower. Still waiting for that lower. The ETFs aren't trading right now. So they only trade when stock markets open. Yeah, when you bought the dip and it keeps dipping. You're tapped out too. Yeah, me too. The big shakeout. So now we have longer term holders moving forward. That's right, Derek. I can drive for Uber Eats or DoorDash and then buy more Doge. I wait for my money to come in, and it's not until like the 20th or 21st of the month. That's when I get paid for my side businesses. So I only had about $300 left in my account there. So I bought more Dogecoin with it. I was selling all the way up, buying all the way down. You did very well. Good, Mike. That's tough to do. Because, I mean, you guys know my plan has been continue to DCA and hold up until the top of the bull market. I mean, there are a lot of theories out there, right? Is what if we had the top and the top was in March? I'm still not buying that yet. I'm not buying that theory yet. BlackRock wants their constituents to buy in as low as possible. ETH has been holding up fairly well. It did just drop below 3,000, but I thought it was going to hold 3,000 and it didn't. So now down to 29.14 on ETH before the ETH ETF start trading. So maybe part of this was a plan for BlackRock to be able to buy ETH at a lower price, along with the other ETH ETF, institutions. Because we did see that happen with Bitcoin too. Before the Bitcoin ETF started, there was a lull there after all the euphoria about ETFs, and then there was a dump in the market. And it could have been the BlackRock's buying Bitcoin at as low a price they could. And we could have that with ETH going on right now. Yeah, I'm not seeing a big V-shaped recovery happening right now with Doge. That's not happening. Blue Horse, how are you? I told myself I'm not going to check prices. And here we are. Who said $24 Dogecoin in August? Is anyone thinking about 8-cent Doge? Hey, we're commiserating together, KB. Glad to be here. And Low Roller is right, Dave. Prices can't go down forever. Somewhere it's going to hit the bottom of this pullback. We got someone waiting for 6 to 8 cents. Hiram sold Doge, sold the rest of your Jasmine this morning. Stay strong. That's good trading. I mean, it's profit, right? The Jasmine was all profit. Gee, I can't go wrong taking profits, though. McDonald's hiring team. That's good. Free Happy Meal with your application. Yeah, you can get a lot more Dogecoins now than you could last week. What's going on, Wade? Happy 4th. Doge getting delisted. That would be fear, yes. Everyone's spending their money on fireworks. Well, we have the opposite happening. There's no fireworks here in the crypto market tonight. Just got some at 9.5, waiting for Jasmine to hit 0195, Adam. 0195, it's 0199 now. Yeah, it might come back and revisit that, and you might pick that up on a limit order buy for Jasmine. Yeah, that might hit. I know. We were telling Bull Run to take some of those Pepe profits, because that was, I mean, that was all-time high. I mean, that would be like if Dogecoin had gone up to like 60, 70 cents, that Pepe price. But if you believe it's going to go higher, he wanted fireworks. Edmund's shaking martinis. Yeah, if you look at history around the Bitcoin halving, there were definitely pullbacks. I didn't check and see whether Doge went down over 50% post Bitcoin halving before, but I knew there would be a pullback, just not this bad. Yeah, it's rough. Sam's buying more. You're bankrupt? I hope not. Doge will win. What's going to happen next? Ask the magic 8-ball. The 8-ball, that's yes or no questions. Yes or no questions only for the magic 8-ball. Just came back from work and oh my goodness, yeah, Hayden. It does. This is definitely bear market vibes here. Is this just a pullback in an overall bull market? I mean, we just looked at Dogecoin on the daily, zoomed out, and it's like, I mean, we're still higher than we were at the beginning of the year. We're still higher than we were in February. Not by a lot, but we are still higher. So not officially a bear. Rocky's thinking 8.5 cents. Holding to 0. If we buy now, what would be a good exit point or strategy? What should we be watching? Pi cycle top. Yeah, a lot of people are into pi cycle tops. Again, I'm in a position where I'm not going to be selling all at one time, and I'm not really going to be talking about selling until the fall, because I knew this kind of stuff was going to happen this summer, and it's tough to talk about price targets and when you're going to sell when you're dealing with this current drop in price. I mean, even this morning, I'm looking at these posts on X Twitter, and some of these Doge posts, like, $1 Doge and Doge to the moon and all that, and I'm just shaking my head and I'm like, come on. I mean, I appreciate the enthusiasm, right? But there's not a lot of realism in talking about Dogecoin to $1 today. Happy Independence Day. Elon launching Doge on X. So there's no word on that. Still working on getting the money transmitter licenses in place so they can launch X payments, which totally looks like it's going to be fiat only when it starts. So there's no word on when or even if crypto and or Dogecoin is going to be on X. We don't know. What happened, right? A lot going on. Again, a lot of FUD in the market. A lot of it is Bitcoin based. And the alts are just getting pummeled more because of fear. People are just panic selling. When you see these big, I mean, this is on the daily. I mean, look at these 3 big red candles on the Doge daily. It's like, that's tough. That's tough. Breaking support, jumping, just diving down. That's tough. But again, it's happening across the board. Here's the ETH on the daily. Algorand just breaking support, diving down. Even Solana now down to 123. Cardano down to 32 cents. Hey, Fudgy Bear, appreciate it. Commiserate together. Low Roller's not surprised about the Bitcoin crash right now. I mean, you think about it and you go back to Bitcoin's price before the ETF started. So Bitcoin had a good run up November, December, up to 43, 44,000. But a lot of that was based on hype for the ETFs because we knew they were coming. But then in January, again, we had the big dump. ETF started trading. Bitcoin was around 42,000. And because of all that grayscale selling, Bitcoin actually settled down to like 39K. Bitcoin's at 55,000 still right now. So we're not down at those levels. But if we hadn't had all of this huge ETF buying, BlackRock, ARK, et cetera, when Grayscale finally started, slowing down all of that selling, a lot of people said that this was front running the bull market before the halving. This blue vertical line is the halving. That's the Bitcoin halving line. So to run up to an all-time high, 73,000 before the halving, that was front running the bull market. If we hadn't had that, and instead Bitcoin just had, maybe after that first run, maybe Bitcoin had a more general, rise in its price, something like that, let's just say, everybody would be ecstatic and happy, right? Woohoo, look at that. Bitcoin's at $57,000. Woohoo! But no, that's not what happened. Let me pull it down a little more here, 55. Yeah. But that's not what happened. So there was the meme that I saw on X where someone posted up here at Bitcoin at 72,000 and the guy's saying, damn, I wish I would have bought it 57K. And then on the second panel, right, you get the red candle down to 57K. And he says, I'm not buying that shit. What do you want, right? And you can say the same with Doge. Like, I wish Doge would drop below 10 cents and I'll buy some more, right? Or I should have bought Doge at 10 cents when it's up here at 20 cents. Now it's down and people are saying, no, I'm not going to buy now. I'm going to wait for it to go lower. Well, the charts aren't looking great right now. Hey, Nate, how are you? Is it time to invest more? I wish I had more money available right now at these prices. I don't right now, but that doesn't mean it's not going to be lower later on in the month. We don't know. We're still in the middle of summer. Yeah, who else is liking the stream? Appreciate it. Like, subscribe, all of that. Appreciate it. Look at the top 200 crypto bubble. Sure. So here's the top 100. Again, Doge 17.8, Floki 20, Pepe 18, Bonk 16, Not 24, Brett 24. Okay, let's go to the next 100. Low rollers asking. What do we get? Luna down 19. Blast down 26. Meme down 22. Popcat 24. People 34. I think People's the winner. People. There have been a lot of liquidations on People. There was some heavy leverage trading going on with this People token that I saw. Book of Meme dropped out of the top 100. It's now number 116. But yeah, People. Doge 9.4. Ouch. BlackRock licking their chops. Yeah, I think that could be it. They could be wanting to buy that Ethereum at a lower price. They didn't want to buy $3,000 Ethereum. That could play into it too. Down 12K sterling on a 45K position. Average price is 12.7, trying to remain positive, kind of hard. Well, I mean, there are some who have higher averages. There are some who have bigger positions. So there's always that. It depends on the conviction you have for the future of Dogecoin and cryptocurrency. This is the kind of day that shakes out the weak hands, fear in the market, and sometimes you've got those that just freak out and just panic sell. Still holding. What if you can buy gas with Doge? What if you can buy lots of things with Doge, Nigel? That's what we're waiting for. Charles is still up 20%. Diamond Hands Freddy. Oh, USA, you don't lose until you sell. So it's all on paper. If you sell and you take that loss, then you have to decide what are you going to do with that capital. But yeah, this is terrible. I agree. Jose wants more buying power. Did I sell? No, I bought some more. I bought some more tonight, not selling. To me, this is a pullback, and I'm still a believer in the 4-year cycle, and we still have this fall and winter and next year, because 2025 on the 4-year cycles would be the peak of the bull market. We're in summer of 2024. Not much different than like the summer of 2020. Dogecoin had runs up and then drops back down. Am I still streaming tomorrow? Yep, you're getting a bonus stream tonight because of this, because of this big drop. Yeah, Celtics owner wants to sell. Wants to sell. We'll see. We'll see who wants to pay $5 billion for a basketball team right now. But I can see he wants to get out when got a world championship, you know. No better time. Dang it, Demotic says. Just paid my tax, title, and fees for a new Model Y. Hey, you got to live though, right? And nothing wrong with getting a nice new Tesla car, so enjoy it. Enjoy the car. I hear the Ys are great. All the cycle gains are gone. No, they're not. Oh, they're not. Don't you remember? Not even a year ago. Less than a year ago, Doge was down here. 6-cent Dogecoin. And we were buying Dogecoin last fall at 6 cents. Oh, USA, you didn't have to do that. But thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it. Down 100K. I don't even look at the numbers like that on mine or my overall portfolio. Even I know it's bad. I don't even want to look at it. This is rigged. Yep. We are retail buyers in a whale and exchange market maker institutional buying game. So if you want to succeed in that game, you got to do the best you can. And the past has shown if you buy in the bear market, you continue to DCA and you wait it out, you wait out the drops like this. You believe in the cycle. You believe in the bull market that's going to play itself out. The liquidity is going to come back into the market this fall. I've been saying that for months. You guys have heard me, right? Summer's going to be slow. We're going to see dips. I didn't think it would be this bad, but I did say that. And everybody asking, when's Doge going to take off? And I was just like, not until the fall. And I've been very consistent about that. We got to get through the summer. The chart was looking bullish for the end of the summer. That was my big, this was my big wedge here, right? That was going to go out to the end of August. And that was my prediction for the month of July is we would have a dump. It would come down to 11.5 cents. And then through the end of the month, we would recover back up. It's now dropped below that wedge support line there. Ouch. I knew there would be dips, but not that bad. Not that bad. Short-term memory baffles me. It has always been like this. Everyone chill the F out. Yeah, Cratch, that's crypto trading, right? And even again, on this morning's video, I showed you. And Gel had that great chart. You know, we can call that up actually. On the pullbacks that have happened in the past during bull runs. This is Gel, right? Oh, da, 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 da. Let me just get his chart that he had earlier today. Doing a lot of charts. Yeah, you okay? That's a good one. You okay? Are you okay? It's all part of the game. Portfolio has taken a good hit in the past 3 months. Probably wouldn't have looked very good if it wasn't for my strategy of only buying below 30K and taking profits around the highs. Well, I don't know about that. Where's his chart? There it is. Here we go. So this has happened before. Here's a bull run, 2016, 2017. And there were pullbacks of 34%, 40%, 41%, 31%. And that's just in the bull market. We're not talking about the bear pullbacks. That's all in the bull. And here we are again, 2020 into 2021. There were pullbacks, 23%, 15, 32% pullback in the middle of the bull market. And so here we are in this run, 2023, 2024. We've had 22, 22, 23, 20. This can turn around and go higher like this. Get through the summer and then up we go. That's a pretty realistic price prediction going forward for Bitcoin. $0.18 average, Rocky. That just means you were buying more recently than everybody else. Probably bounce around the 8 to 9 cent area. Seems to be settling here at 9.4, and it looks like the volume is starting to come back down a little. Volatility is slowing down. That's what's happening right now. But all of this volume earlier was big trading volume, definitely. It will come back up, Wei says. Felly thinks a 7-cent bottom. Again, that's where we were in February. Lit a candle for Doge, the house burned down. Yeah, we're not going to talk about all-time high predictions, Keith. I would say most did not expect this much downside for alts. There were bears out there calling for this kind of drop. As always, 1 Doge equals 1 Doge. Thank you, Nigel. Chef Boyar Diego. Love the name. Been in Doge since 2021. Love the community. Holding about 400,000, an average of 7.75 cents. Holding strong. Matthew says this is the time to buy. Anything under 10 cents is a gift. You've got 100,000 below a penny. Holding strong, though. Well, Ron, I can see why they want it to go lower. They want to buy more Doge at a lower price. You had plenty of opportunities to buy Doge at a lower price. In February, you could have bought 7-cent Dogecoin. But what's the next support line, Jones asks. Well, we broke it where my next support line was. I didn't actually draw it. It was here at 10.2. And that went back to, that's that light blue line right there. And that went back to December of 2023. That was my support line right there. And we broke under that. So now we'll have to look at something more February timeframe, January timeframe. It looks like 9 cents. We broke that line. Next support line is 9 cents. You just put that right on 9. And let's make that, we'll make that a red one. If it drops below that, we're in trouble. 9 cents. That's what we had in January 20th, revisited at as resistance on February 19th, and then again on February 26th before we finally passed it up. Never retested it as support right there. We never retested 9 cents as support. It was resistance twice, again, 20th, 21st of January, and then again, 20th of February, and never came back and hit that line. So looks like 9 cents. Not that far away as we zoom in. I would say only for those that haven't been in crypto for a long time. For the longer term crypto investors and holders, this is normal. Not great, but it's normal. Only the newer investors would have their faith in crypto shaken out by this drop. I don't know about 5 cents, Ardos. Imagine Bitcoin dropping to 45K. Yeah, that would be a big drop from 55 to 45. Now in Bitcoin, here was and I drew this on Monday. Let me get that line, the squiggly one out of here. That was just for fun. This is what we drew on Monday, was this purple box. And the purple box had support at 56.7. And then the bottom was 52.6. And I said, if Bitcoin drops into this purple box, it will probably come down to the next support line, which is 52.6 right there. So that's what I drew. I can get rid of the double bottom little sketches here. We're beyond that now. So yeah, 52.6 is the next support. We're in that purple box on Bitcoin. Doge chart still not looking like it wants to recover. Best time to buy for long term. Douglas just bought some. You know, we could have that, Sam, a real bull run with retail and institutional this fall. And I'm still targeting this fall for that. We just got to get there. Let's get through the summer and let's get there. Yeah, Hiram makes a good point. If you've invested your life savings into the crypto market, then you might have to rethink your priorities because it's not worth it. It's not worth it, especially something as volatile as crypto. It's like, what are you doing, man? And I know it sounds cliche to say only invest what you're willing to lose, but it's like, in order to have the right frame of mind, in order to withstand pullbacks like this, if you've got all your life savings in here and you're borrowing money and you're using credit cards and doing all kinds of stuff like that, you're not going to survive. You're not going to make it, man. Just picked up another 50,000, Matthew. Regions, just wait, next 3 to 5 months, everything will be drastically different. Long-term play. Everything is discounted now. We will drive up end of the year until early next year. That's my play, regions. That's what I've been talking about. Exactly that. Yep. Thank you, Ron. KB reminder for people to give a like, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed too. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining me on this emergency live stream. Thought it was good to get on now with more of a Dogecoin focused stream. I know Lark and others were on earlier, more Bitcoin centered. And I just thought, yeah, I should get on. A lot of people freaking out. So glad I could be here. We can commiserate together. It's not pretty. And it's not looking like a big V-shaped recovery right now. I don't like settling around 9.5 cents because that just means there can be further dips much lower. Buy low, sell high. Well, Matthew, that is the game. But yes, that's what we're fighting. We're fighting the manipulation. And there is big manipulation. Again, where we've been watching these liquidations just continue. All these people liquidate. It's amazing how many leverage trades there are in this people token. And they just continue to get wiped out. Wow, there was just a huge cluster of Bitcoin leveraged trades that just got wiped out. Look at that. Just happened. A whole crap ton of them. Look at that. Jeez. What are people doing? Here's two more. $440,000, $470,000. Craziness. The leverage trading is just out of hand. People thinking they're smarter than the market. Yeah, look at Tesla last year. Tesla stock was done with, right? Ferrari has adopted Doge. You can go buy a Ferrari with Dogecoin. Now, they take other cryptocurrencies too, but they did add Dogecoin, and you can buy a Ferrari with Doge, yes. Kodo Studio bought at 22 cents. Yeah, there was a joke, a meme on X Twitter yesterday about the Bitcoin halving. And it's just like, well, the halving is really in Dogecoin's price when it went from 20 cents to 10 cents. That's the halving. And it's not good. Not good. So Pure ASF asks, should we still be buying? And there's a lot of buying going on here, and it's helping to solidify Doge at 9.4, 9.5 cents right here. So we are seeing some buying here to at least keep the price steady. I mean, Bitcoin is still going down. Look at Bitcoin. There's the Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin going down. That's fear. And there's not buying of Bitcoin going on. But there is buying of Dogecoin going on because Dogecoin is flattening out here. This is a 15-minute chart. So over the last hour, Dogecoin has been steady. Look at Bitcoin's chart. Down. Not a lot of buying of Bitcoin going on right now. Ouch. So cheers to Dogecoin. Look at Doge is trying to curl back up here even while Bitcoin's dropping. You don't see that very often. That's what Raw Paul says, austere. Don't F this up. If you sell now and you're not all loaded up for the fall, again, no guarantees, but that's where our target is. Global liquidity will be back. Most likely the Fed probably going to drop interest rates in September. US presidential election coming up. It's always been good. There's a lot going on. It's not today. We might have some time to pick good buys. We could. I mean, this could last for a good month or so. Derek got 20,000 at 0.94. Nice price, Derek. Good pickup. Check my feed, says 7 or 8 cents maybe. Yeah. Or do we don't know right now. We're looking at a battle going on between buyers and sellers right now. And right now there are buyers in Dogecoin, but not in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is continuing to sell. Bitcoin is still dropping. And Dogecoin is not. Hey, Joseph, happy 4th to you. Although it's the 5th here now in Boston. But felt like it's a good time to come on, talk about what's going on. You've got a 13-cent average. It'll be back. It will be back. Million token is down to $1.08. Will it drop below $1? Tech Lead said it would never drop below $1. I think he actually said it was impossible to drop below $1. And of course, you can't believe anything that guy says. So, but that was what, 3 years ago now? God. Kevin, not selling any of your crypto. Today's scary. Good things happen to those who wait. Nice philosophy. Lower your average. Yep, if you've got a higher average, this is a good time to DCA and bring your average down. Regions, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. There have been many. Most of them were just bears that just wanted to pound crypto, just saying, price is going to drop. It's going to drop 5 cents, 5 cents, 5 cents. And I'm just like, are you just saying that just to argue with me? Or Do you really think it's going to go to 5 cents for some reason, and you're going to be buying at 5 cents? I think it's just a crypto bear. Still an overall bull market, Emperor Doge. This is a pullback during an overall bull market. We were buying Dogecoin last October at 5.8 cents. Hey, Prajwal, happy 4th. But what if this really does go deep down? Well, then, yeah. Then you got to figure out, what am I going to do, right? If you still are a believer in cryptocurrency and Dogecoin in the future, or not? Did you just buy Dogecoin because you thought you could make a quick buck? Easy money? It's not so easy, is it? But if you're thinking bigger picture and long-term outlook, acceptance and adoption of cryptocurrency, then you can weather this more. But again, if you were just buying in thinking you were going to make a quick buck and that's all you were interested in, nothing else, and thought it would happen fast, that makes it tougher to be able to withstand these kinds of pullbacks. Just buy more. Buy. Weekly candle closes back above 11 cents, and then we're good for support. Yeah, BTC is at 54.5 now. Ugh. It actually did drop below 54,000 about 10 minutes ago and hit 53.6. 53.6 for Bitcoin. Again, wiping out more leverage traders. Wow. But Dogecoin seems to be steadying here, guys. I don't know if I'd be buying a lot of Tesla calls right now, with Tesla up over 245 now. Last week was the time to buy the Tesla calls. Will it continue up? There's a little more risk in that now. There's a FOMO going on in Tesla stock because it's going up. Last year, no one was buying Tesla. Yeah. Buy the dip. I am just going to wait. Joseph says sell in a year. It's a longer term time frame. In cryptocurrency, mostly that's how you got to do it. Now, there are a lot of traders that think that they're smarter than the markets and they can do swing trading, day trading. Cryptocurrency, that's hard, especially when you got markets like this. It's like, come on. You don't know what the bottom is and when the bottom is. The dips keep getting dippier. That's tough. That's really tough. Yep, everyone is desperate to get rich quick. And it's just not that easy. Joseph's doing some portfolio shuffling. Interesting. Time to get out of some of the laggards that you don't think are going to do as well for the rest of the bull market and get into others that maybe. I would just watch the tax situation. If you've got short-term profits, things that you bought for less than a year, then you may want to keep those. If there are others that you've held for more than a year, then you're taking a long-term capital gains tax. on those for profit, and you won't have as big as a tax burden. So just something to think about. Send some likes. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, Charles, you've been with me since 2020. That's when I started. Dip to 8.6. Well, right now, it seems to be holding in the mid 9s. Yes. Pretty much my viewers are a direct relation to the price of crypto. Yes, that's right. That is right. This is setting up for the bull run, BSC Gain says. Yep, I agree. Fake dip so whales can buy at lower prices. It's going to go way back up. The 100 weekly support. We were banging on that. We might have dipped below it. Yeah, we're below it on the weekly. It was up here at 11.6 was the weekly. Again, that was another one that I was thinking about would be tough to drop below. And that's why I had my my support line for my wedge here at 11.5. It's like, because that's right where that 100 weekly moving average is, right? Or is that the 200? Oh, wait. Yeah, that's the 200. I don't have the 100 on here. There's the 50 in blue. But yeah, we're below that. We just blasted below all those on the weekly. And we're below them on the daily as well. So those moving averages have been, we've dropped below all those. Bitcoin is still going down, 54.2. But Dogecoin is still going up. You don't see that very often. But people are buying Dogecoin here at this price, keeping Dogecoin afloat. Like Jaden just bought $1,000 of Doge. AK's average is up to 0.69. You can't buy any more now. You can't mess up that average. Buy Ethereum. Ethereum at 2,900. And this could have been that big wick right there. The last 15 minutes, that wick went all the way down to 2,800 and then just got bought up. Wonder if that was someone like BlackRock. Was just waiting for that ETH price to come down to 2,800 and then just bought it right back up. And someone asked about Litecoin, $59 Litecoin. It looks like it hit 57, but it's starting to curl up too. Bitcoin's starting to flash a little bit of green here. Doge much better. There's Joker. Crash is only happening because institutions want cheap ETH for their ETF. I think there are other things playing on top of that, but I think that could definitely be one factor. Yes. You're here through forever, Cheyenne. Opportunity to learn more, be better at the game, small profit over big profit. I'll wait for the big profit. McLean says bump in the road for the long-term holders. BSC gains, never be sad during market crashes. Terry, don't have anything more to buy. I bought the last 30 drops. That's tough. Joker's buying more Solana and Pepe. There's good prices all across the board. Solana dropped to 122. Pepe gained a 0 back. I saw that. And then some. Down to 8. Now it's 5 zeros. 83. This is my average. It's up here. 10.9 is my Pepe average. So a little down. It's okay to be sad sometimes. Bounce back. I expect nothing and wait for everything. There's some true Zen there. If Dogecoin goes up to 15 cents this fall, people will complain, why didn't I buy Dogecoin back in July when it was under 10 cents? Exactly. See you, Charles. Yeah, I remember the battle at 16 cents. We could come back up to 10 cents. It's up to 9.7. It's curling up. There's no guarantee about a Solana ETF yet, Laurel. There have been like 1 or 2 applications for one, but there's been no futures ETF on Solana. It would be 6 months minimum anyway from the first application. So not anytime soon. For those just joining, we were looking at pullbacks in previous bull market runs on Bitcoin. And again, these aren't the percentages during bear markets, of which you have much greater drops, but these are pullbacks during a bull run that we've already had 6 pullbacks in this bull run here of at least 20% on Bitcoin. What we didn't do was actually measure what is this pullback now officially from the top at 71.8 to now, but well, to the bottom, it's 25%. So this is now officially a 25% Bitcoin pullback. So just change that 20 to a 25 now. But back in 2021, we had a 26% pullback. 2020, we had a 32% pullback during a bull run. So it's been worse. And then back in 2016 and 2017, we're talking 30 and 40% pullbacks. Very volatile. Still not great to see, though. But we're living it. Just spent $500 more on Doge. If it dips 10% tomorrow, I'll add more. Yeah, I am out of powder. But I did buy some at 995. That was my limit order that was set, and it did hit here about 10 o'clock tonight. And then dropped a little lower, but hey, Anthony, what's going on? Why the dump? Yeah, we've been talking about it for the past hour and a half, however long I've been on. That's what tonight's all been about. I mean, you can blame any number of different things, right? There's all kinds of things out there. The FUD is real, though. Germany is selling Bitcoin out of their stash that they confiscated. You have a lot of the mining companies selling Bitcoin because they're having a hard time paying their utility bills. Hash rate is up, but with the Bitcoin halving, the rewards are cut in half. We expected this would happen, but I thought they'd get all their act together back in May. And then it turned out to be more June, and a lot of the June pullback was attributed to the miners. Still could be going on in July. We have ongoing selling from spot ETFs, especially Grayscale, but that's not tonight. They're not working on July 4th. So you can't blame that. You can't blame the Bitcoin ETF selling for tonight. Some think it's ETH, and that with ETH ETFs coming, the BlackRocks and others wanted to buy ETH at a lower price so they could get a bunch of ETH into their wallets before the ETF starts trading. And they didn't want to pay $3,000 for ETH. So manipulated the price down. So a lot of things. Oh, we just had a big liquidation. I have a little notification set. Another $200,000 in an ETH long just got liquidated. And there went a $400,000 ETH long liquidated. Now, this would have been, I mean, ETH was just lower 30 minutes ago. So in the past 15 minutes, these guys are putting in these leveraged long trades, $437,000 leveraged long ETH trade, and they just liquidated. Total degens out there. Yes, and the Mt. Gox wallet transfer. Thank you. Happy-go-lucky. The other thing that's out there is this. So earlier today, there have been some test transfers of small bits of Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash from what are attributed to Mt. Gox wallets to a number of other wallets. And they think that that is the sign that all of these, all of that Bitcoin is finally going to get distributed to people who bought and were holding the Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash on Mt. Gox from 10 years ago when the price was like $700 for Bitcoin. So as soon as that Bitcoin gets transferred, some percentage of it is going to get sold. People are going to take their profits from their $700 Bitcoin to 55,000 Bitcoin. Yeah. Unfortunately, not enough money left to make a dent and lower my average. Yeah, but I mean, it did stop me from buying some. I mean, my order was $250 for 2,500 Dogecoin. Not a lot, but it's all I had. But I was like, the money was just sitting there, so why not pick up a little bit more Doge under 10 cents? So I did. That's what I had. Bitcoin going back down. We just had another liquidation, $439,000 Bitcoin liquidation. I've got this with these notifications set up for these big liquidations, and it's just, I mean, it's been going crazy all night. And it just keeps going. Yeah, we can see Bitcoin drop below 54K again here. Back up to 10 cent for Doge. 974 now. Doge is trying to get back up there. Should probably just change this to be 10, just so we have a clear 10 cent line now. Choreographed dump by the whales. That does happen too. Whales are preparing for the big pump, scooping up crypto at lower prices. Some governments knew why they sold Bitcoin a week ago, because price was going to go lower. Justin says, pretty surprised we lost that vital support at 10 cents. Glad we haven't completely retraced. I know, that would be 6 cents. Ouch. It would be nice to get back up over 10 cents tonight. I feel a whole lot better if Doge can get back up over 10 cents. If these degens will stop opening up these new leveraged longs on Bitcoin and ETH. But that's what's happening. And they're just going to drop the price down and they're going to wipe out those new leverage trades. That's what's going on right now. It's all about these leverage trades. There's the last one right there, Bitcoin, $439,000 leverage trade just got liquidated. They do not want you to make money. They don't want you to make money. Well, Venom, we'd all like Bitcoin to drop to 40K, but that's most likely not going to happen. So let's be real. Do you think we'll go below 9 cents? Well, right now, I mean, here's 9, which is this red line down here at the bottom. So far, we've seen 9.16. That was the lowest. That's pretty close. But we don't know whether this is a true recovery here that Dogecoin has been trying to do here for the last hour, or is this a fake out and it's going to drop even lower? Don't know. This is not the type of fireworks I was expecting to see on the 4th of July. I wasn't expecting this either. I was all set for a nice 4th of July evening, and then I saw this. CryptoFace said he thinks this was the bottom. Well, I hope CryptoFace was correct, whoever CryptoFace is. I don't know who that is. But we still have a long ways to go through the rest of the summer, and we could see further dips. I had sports cards when I was a kid, and we got rid of them decades ago. So I was never really in that. Venom says the bottom is not in yet, but Bitcoin's not going to go to 40,000. You want the 100 SMA? Sure. At what time frame? That was weekly, right? We'll just change the blue one to be 100. Right? 100. Wow, there it is. It is touching it. You are right. It touched it. Absolutely correct. Hard to see on the screen, guys. But that is the line right there. Can I thicken this line up? Yes. It's not letting me thicken it. Oh, there we go. I'll put it in purple. There we go. Yeah, it touched it. It did touch it on the weekly right there. 9.16. Exactly hit it. 100 weekly moving average. Yep. So there you go. Thanks for pointing that out. I'll put that in my video tomorrow. And I will recognize you, Flow Still, for bringing that to my attention. 100 week simple moving average. You have $40,000 sitting on the sidelines waiting to buy one Bitcoin for 40K. I don't know. We have 9 cents as the next support for Doge. We just looked at that. That's this red line here. Wow, another big liquidation. Bitcoin again. Bitcoin's still going down, guys. Those liquidations are continuing. So this was 9 cents, which was the resistance back on the 20th of January. And then again, 20th of February, and the beginning of the run here on the 26th of February, before running up into early March, never came back and retested that line. And that's that red line right there. So that is right at 9 cents. Another $300,000 Bitcoin bet liquidated. Hope it holds. If Bitcoin goes down to 40K, Dogecoin would be under 1 cent. Probably not. On a percentage basis, Bitcoin's at 53 now, and it goes to 40, Doge would probably be at 8 cents. That would be more of an equivalent right now. But yeah, Bitcoin just dropped below 54,000 again. So Bitcoin chart is looking worse than Doge's, that's for sure, right now. deep into my purple box now. Right, you can only lose if you sell. Most of us are holding on. Good morning, Alex. Yeah, I'm doing a late night United States stream here just because we've got this dropping in the market. I mean, look at Bitcoin just going down. Another liquidation, $240,000 liquidation. At this point, they're just dropping it to wipe out the leverage trades because they can. And as we said earlier, there's not a lot of buying of Bitcoin going on, not like Doge. So Bitcoin keeps drifting down. It's not getting the support to turn around, where Doge has had the support and has turned around. Buying opportunities. And of course, yes. If you buy at 8.5 cents, goes up to 12, you're up. Yep. Are we going to see 8.5 cent Doge though again? Prince Amir, you've got to make the choice of when you want to buy. There's a lot of other people buying at this price right here, 9.5 cents. Some are waiting, thinking it's going to drop lower. What do I think happens first? Bitcoin to 40K or Bitcoin to 80K? I don't see it dropping that low. So I'll say 80. But that's a very bullish outlook right now as we're in the middle of this big dump. That's a very bullish outlook. But I don't see Bitcoin dropping down to 40,000. Good question, though. What's the percentage all the way to Bitcoin's peak? Good question. Let's take a look at that. From the peak to now, 27.25. Not quite 30. A little over 27% from the peak. Well, not yet anyway. We'll see if Bitcoin continues to drop. But yeah, it's below 54,000 now. Ouch. Crypto dumping, a great opportunity to buy. Why leverage trades on the longs? There are more who short. Yeah, there's a lot of open short positions, but right now with fear in the market and the selling that's going on, it's easier to take out the leverage longs, and they're just picking them out. Even as the new ones come in, they just drop it lower and pick off the next one. Eventually they'll get to the shorts and there'll be a big short squeeze. But they're still liquidating longs right now. Well, Jungle Bowie, you've got to make that decision. I still think Elon believes in Dogecoin. He's just not doing anything about it right now. That's what I think. I think he's continued to give hints about Dogecoin. It'll come. Anyone buy the XAI pre-sale? Is that a stock? Or is it just a token? There are some who believe it's only hope for Doge and that Elon's not going to do anything. I have a hard time believing that. I just think it's, as I've been saying, I just think it's going to take time. It's just going to take time to get to a point where Doge can be integrated. Setting up X payments is a very difficult thing to do. And I mean, you've got to have the engineering that's got to be done to make that work so that the security is all there. People aren't getting ripped off. There's so many scammers out there as soon as money's involved with anything. That to introduce cryptocurrency into that from the start, I think just makes it doubly hard. So it's going to be fiat to begin with. And that's all indications are it's just going to be fiat. And even though I've been saying that for months, when it eventually happens and there's no Dogecoin, everyone's going to get upset. Oh, there's no Dogecoin, what a waste. And it's like, I've been saying that for months. When X payment starts, it's not going to have Dogecoin. But that's how people are. Patience, yes. Optimism, yes. You're going to wait for 8 cents? All right, Prince, good luck. Again, I don't know. Trying to do a recovery right now, and it may not drop below 9. But we'll see. We will see a short squeeze soon in crypto. Not soon. Few months away, probably. In my estimation, it's still a few months away. I am still bullish, Sonic Case. Yep. If I wasn't, I would have sold. And I haven't sold. So yeah, I'm still bullish. Is it bad timing to back up Dogecoin for Elon Musk? I don't know what you mean by that, low roller. It's been 18 months. Yeah, there's still a big lawsuit out there against Elon from 3 years ago. I'm sure his lawyers have told him to cool it on the Doge hype. That's my guess. Your average is 1244. Yeah. I'm not even looking at my numbers today. I know they're bad. I don't even want to know. Again, I have a longer term outlook, and so the daily drops like this, it comes with the territory. I've had huge daily gains. I mean, last March when everything was going crazy, right? I'm higher now than I was a year ago. I know that. You're thinking of buying 100,000 farm finance? I have no idea what that is. I don't know what farm finance is. Mike, that would be nice. Fiat with a comment on future Doge integration. That would be awesome. And I'm sure Elon will be hearing it. when X payment starts, he'll be hearing it. And it would be nice that if he was able to give some kind of indication that he's working on something. That would be great. Good morning, Figard. You just bought more Doge. This is the way. Flow still is bullish, as am I. You don't have enough to even lose any sleep over. Are you talking about me personally, or is that just a general comment? I don't think we will see all-time high this year, maybe 2025. Yes, Kisan, that's what I've been saying that for the last 2 years. The 4-year cycles will play out, and 2025 will be. Got it, John. Yeah, the other guy. Yes, the 4-year cycles are all-time high is the year after the Bitcoin halving year. So Bitcoin halving in 2024, all-time high would be 2025. Just like we had Bitcoin halving in 2020, and then the high was in 2021. So we've got a long ways to go. This is the summer before the all-time high year. And people are freaking out. And I'm just like, this is normal. This is normal. Doesn't make it feel good, but it's normal. And you have to ride it out. Unless you're totally got paper hands, you just want to sell, you want to get out, you can't handle the pressure, then maybe crypto trading isn't for you. There's no guarantees in crypto. It's not easy money. And certainly today is a good testament to that it's not easy money. And even the leverage traders are getting liquidated because they think, oh, I'm going to buy, a huge leverage position when Bitcoin drops to 55K because it won't go any lower than that. Well, it did. It went to 54K. So all of those that opened up these huge leverage, buys at 55 and set their stop loss here at 54, they dropped it lower than 54. That's the game. They think it's easy, and it's not. And then even spot traders think it's easy. Sure, I'll buy Doge when it goes to 10 cents and I'll make a ton of money. Well, it dropped below 10 cents even. Again, it looks like we're having a nice little recovery here. Dogecoin, again, recovering, doing a lot better than Bitcoin over the past hour. Because as we saw, they wanted to flush out more of those Bitcoin leverage trades, which they did. And we just saw it the last half hour. Because my notifications are on and I was getting dinged. This makes me sick, to be honest. But DCA. Yep. Yeah, it's tough to see your portfolio. Fear in the market. Big price dumps. A lot of red. But then again, for those that are saying it's just Doge, it's not. It's everything. And look at Doge. Doge is now only minus 14, where Brett is still down 21. I think that's still the biggest. Ordy's 19. Core is 21. Sui's 18. Notcoin is 18. ENA's 18. Look at Bitcoin Satoshi Vision. BSV is down 17%. So Doge doing okay. But yeah, this looks like it's curling back up to try and reclaim 10 cents here. If you're watching this stream, you've held for some time now. What's a few more months to realize all those gains? Well, there's some newbies here. And if you are new, I'm Kriss. I talk about everything finance, cryptocurrency, but we concentrate a lot on Dogecoin as an example for a couple reasons. One, there's a lot of Bitcoin channels out there talking about Bitcoin, and that's all they want to talk about. I talk about Doge more than anything else because it's fun. It's got a champion like Elon Musk, who's always interesting. There's always stuff to talk about. And I also believe in the future adoption of cryptocurrency and the use of cryptocurrency, particularly to get away from the banks. And people are not going to be spending their Bitcoin. So to me, Dogecoin is the solution for that. And you've got a benefactor like Elon, who's already said that Dogecoin is better at transactions than Bitcoin. So he's already a believer. So that's what we talk about on this channel. But I talk about everything finance related. We talk about 401k plans, portfolios, investments, real estate, all sorts of things. But the concentration is in cryptocurrency and Dogecoin. But go ahead and subscribe. Appreciate new subscribers. Welcome. I have live streams every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The one tonight is a bonus live stream because we've got fear in the market and a big dump and just wanted to come on and commiserate with you guys and let you know that I'm not selling. I can't tell you guys what to do, but I'm not selling, and answer your questions, kind of allay some of your fears, maybe show you examples in the past that this pullback isn't any different than other pullbacks that have happened in Bitcoin halving years, during bull market cycles, of which we are still in a bull market cycle. We will definitely see more downward pressure till the election. I would think probably through September is kind of where I think that the tipping point is going to be. And then come October, I think there's going to be so much new liquidity coming into the markets before the election that we're going to see the gains coming. That's what I forecast. Do you think we are in a recession or will be in one? I've been saying that we've been in a recession for 6 months. And that in the United States, the numbers have been manipulated, right, in such a way. And they've basically been emptying out the oil reserves to keep gas prices low, because gas prices should be a lot higher than they are today. But they've been emptying out our oil reserves to keep that supply up. So yeah, we feel it when we go and do our grocery shopping every week, right? Prices of everything are going up. Wages are not keeping pace with the price of goods and services. Everybody's raising their prices on everything. Rents are going up. We know, borrowing for a mortgage with those high interest rates, that costs more. Everything is more. So I think, yeah, we are in a recession. We've been in one. You wouldn't know that if you look at the stock market, though. All-time high, S&P 500, all-time high, NASDAQ. But what that's driven by, like Nvidia, the other big FANG stocks, right? Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Meta, all plowing ahead. And now with Nvidia too, it's like, geez. And then of course, Tesla making its big run like it has past few weeks. The rest of the stock market is pretty level. It's just being driven by the big tech stocks. Let's hope we get a new president so we can get Doge to the moon. We try and stay away from politics on this channel, except where it applies to cryptocurrency and finances. Jay Rodriguez in Doge since 5 cents, hasn't sold. Yeah, we see Doge trying to get back up to 10 cents, Dando. Treat your crypto like a 401k, set it up and forget about it, come back in 10 years. Some of us don't have 10 years, low roller. I don't have 10 years. And I'm not going to hold all of my crypto through another bear market. So I'm going to be taking lots of profits next year. Not today, though. No pain, no gain. Yeah, someone else posted on X. It's like the bigger the dip, the bigger the bounce. Bitcoin dominance reversing. Not today. Not today, Flow Still. Bitcoin dominance was going up. Now it's dropped more recently here, but all today it was going up. This is that the market makers pushing Bitcoin down over the past hour to flush out those other leverage trades while everything else was recovering. But yeah, still at 55%. If we zoom out on the 4-hour chart, let's say. I mean, look at that. Bitcoin dominance has been going up for the past few days. Just right back down. Overall, kind of sideways here for the past month. In the end, that's kind of sideways. A lot of up and down. Come on, 10-cent Doge. Let's see if we can make it tonight. Add another 15,000 at 0.98. Nice, Derek. How long have I been in the crypto game? 2020 was my first small bit of Bitcoin. And then I was all in on Doge in January 2021. 2-cent Dogecoin was my first big splurge in Doge. But now I've got a portfolio of over 25 different coins. You're welcome. Hopping on the live stream. Sports athletes contracts. Yeah. Jason Tatum. That's just crazy money. That's just crazy money there. Tesla could reclaim its all-time high. Yes. Yeah, the robo-taxi day. I forgot about that. There's a lot of people who think a robo-taxi is never going to happen. And I'm just like, Elon said it would. And when Elon says something, it's going to happen. We'll see. So the Federal Reserve cuts are interesting. Back in January, Back in January, I was saying would probably be June at the earliest. And then by March, I was saying, nope, doesn't look like June, will probably be September. So I'm still on the September bandwagon because of politics. I think Jerome Powell's I think he's just going to do something because the political pressure is going to be too great. Even though the Fed is supposed to be apolitical, I mean, we already have like Elizabeth Warren writing letters to the Fed saying you need to lower rates. I mean, he shouldn't do it because Elizabeth Warren asked him to, but I think for the overall economy, it would be a good thing. And right before the election, see, November doesn't do anything because the election would have already happened. Bruce Wayne in the house. Well, we've been talking for the past 2 hours about the sell-off. Sorry, I know you probably just joined, but there's a lot of different factors going into this. So, and we might have already just seen the bottom. It looks like a recovery is starting to happen. You're welcome, Flosto. I still think Dogecoin is going up next fall. Yes, Garay. Still a believer in the 4-year cycles. Let's see if I can get that up again for those that hadn't seen that. I don't have that page open at the moment, but
when I first started this channel, it really was just about talking about.
Yeah. Rob, I'm just stealing your thing here.
$5.
I'm just stealing Rob's chart. Rob doesn't care. 4-year cycles. Here we are. Just takes me to. I just have to get it back. Yeah. So this is from Rob, Digital Asset News. 4-year cycles. And just very clearly shows for the price of Bitcoin, each 4-year cycle, there's the Bitcoin halving year, and then Bitcoin hits an all-time high the year after the halving. So 2012 was the first Bitcoin halving. Bitcoin hits an all-time high in 2013. We then have a bear year, which is the dip year, and then we have a reset year. And then we go to the next Bitcoin halving, 2016. When did Bitcoin hit its next all-time high? 2017. Then we had a bear year and then a reset year. 2020, Bitcoin halving. When did we get the all-time high? The next all-time high was 2021, the year after the Bitcoin halving. And then we had 2022, bad bear market. We remember that, bad. 2023 is a reset year, which was actually pretty good for Bitcoin, not great for alts. Most alts were still floundering around a year ago in the summer of 2023. But now we're in 2024, which is the Bitcoin halving year. But when is the all-time high for this cycle that we're in now going to hit? Well, if you're a believer in the 4-year cycles, the all-time high will be the year after the Bitcoin halving, which would make it 2025. So we have to wait until 2025 to see all-time highs for this cycle, if you follow the 4-year cycle. And I'm betting this until this breaks. And it hasn't broken yet. And there's nothing to indicate even today with the big retrace that we've had, the big pullback, that this isn't all going to turn around in the fall and we're going to head up to new all-time highs in the wintertime or next year. That is all still in play. It's just hard to look at. Yeah, you don't know. You say it's not going to repeat, but again, there's nothing to say that this isn't going to happen. So I'm still following the 4-year cycle. But if you believe that there's not going to be the 4-year cycle again and it's over, then you could just sell and get out. You're done, right? So that's why I believe Dogecoin is most likely going to go up in the fall, because we're going to see a lot of new liquidity coming into the market and summertime woes will be over. So yes, I think it's going up in the fall and we will see all-time highs come next year. I'm not predicting all-time highs this year. Bud thinks we're going to go down some more. Sell pressure from Germany, the whole Mt. Gox thing. They haven't even started selling Mt. Gox. A lot of it has just been the fear of the selling. Is it all priced in? Or when the actual selling happens, is the price going to go down again? Most likely the price is going to go down again. Yeah. So the peak is going to be well past September into next year. Yeah, all-time high for Bitcoin and alts 2025. That's what the 4-year cycles will show if it follows the same pattern. And right now, there's nothing to say that it's not going to follow the same pattern. Bitcoin is just, it started to recover and it's just turning back down. Another liquidation of Bitcoin, $352,000. And another one, $324,000. So again, these are new leverage positions. 2 new leverage positions were just created down here, or probably up here, because they just got liquidated at 54,148. Just got liquidated. The degen traders, I tell you. Crazy. All right, I'm going to call it a stream, guys. Hey, thanks for joining on a late night or early morning, whichever it is for you. Glad I could help maybe allay some fears. We can commiserate together a little bit. Try not to look at your portfolios too much. We still have a long ways to go, and we'll be back. But thanks for joining. I'll be live again Friday at probably 4 o'clock East Coast time. 4 o'clock East Coast time. I'll be live again. That's not too long from now, actually. But I'm going to bed now. Hope you have a good night if it's evening for you, or good day if you're already morning time where you are. And we'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.